So there in the distance, you can see downtown Columbus, the Nationwide building. Nationwide Insurance is apparently the big employer here. This is the convention center. And this neighborhood is called Short North. I don't know why. It's just north of downtown. So I don't know if that means it's the shortest distance you can be north of downtown. Over here you see all the streets are blocked. That's because there's this festival that's it was a hippie festival in the 70s. People smoke pot. Women don't have to wear their tops because apparently there is no ordinance against that in Columbus anyway. So it's the one time of the year that people do it. It's called the ComFest, which just means Community Festival. Oh, here we have a sign that actually says Short North. I'm just in search of coffee. On the internet, there is a French place that has brunch in the 900 block of High Street. I think we're about to the 500 block now. It takes many, many, many blocks, like 3, to go up 100 street numbers in Columbus, so there's a lot of walking. Anyway, Short North is kind of a gay area. There's something like public ground. Maybe I should just go there. Anyway, Short North seems to be one of the gay neighborhoods, although from my perusal of the internet, there seem to be gay people everywhere. But Short North is the loft gentrified area, and then beside it is Victorian Village, which is the old houses gentrified area. And Short North is essentially the buffer zone between the old house neighborhood and the downtown freeways. There's a little art gallery. Kind of interesting. Oh, actually, it's not an art gallery. It's a dry cleaners that sells art. It's about 7 in the morning. We're trying to figure out the light. Apparently, I'm traveling with a dump truck. It's a store called the Emperor's Newest Clothes. I always appreciate cutesy store names. Anyway, after this neighborhood, it has art galleries. It has art galleries and dry cleaners that sell art, so that tells you something about who lives here. And it has cute brick streets, although some of the adjacent neighborhoods do too. As you go north, you eventually hit the Ohio State University neighborhood. Finally made it to the 600 block, so we're about halfway. I started before this tape started, though, so apparently from the 300 block of High Street to the 900 block of High Street is around a 10-minute walk. You would think it was 6 blocks, but it's not. They don't measure blocks. And the street number is the same way here that most places do. Here we have a multicolored sign. Big Fun. Doesn't look like fun. It's like a Wacko Novelty Shop. So we have Wacko Novelty Shop, Art Gallery. Now what we're going to find out when I get all the way up to the 900 block, of course, is that this Frenchy brunch place I'm trying to go, it's called Le Chatelaine or something. They'll be playing the Katie Long song. It of course won't be open at 7:30 or 8 or whatever time it is. Another art studio. So we've hit the art studio area. So far I've been in the university area, the gay Victorian area, downtown, now the art gallery area. There's another piece of North Shore. I'm not sure what it was. Here's a place that has happy hours. It doesn't look like they're going to have breakfast. I think I could live here. I think I would prefer Seattle, but this is a lot like Seattle to me. Also a lot like Philadelphia. This is kind of closer to the center of the country, so you feel like if you lived here you could visit more of your friends, I suppose, than if you lived in Seattle, where you can only visit more of your friends if they were in Alaska and Hawaii and Tokyo and LA. Clothing shops, art galleries, and bars and restaurants. That seems to be what this street is known for. Oh, there's a bar. It's really a bar. It's really a bar, and they're still in there at breakfast time. So I'm a little scared to go there. Maybe later today. So I was told by the internet that this place I'm going, the French brunch place, I guess this is some kind of government building, Bollinger Tower, or is it an apartment building? I don't know. Anyway, I was told that it's in a neighborhood called Worthington. There's a coffee bar. I'm not sure it's open yet. So that must mean that we leave Short North. We have these nice metal arches over the street that announce the name of the neighborhood. We must be leaving Short North. I think they have a food truck. Late night slice. Serves you pizza late at night. Anyway, we hit a French restaurant. So there's a French restaurant here, and then a few blocks later there's a French brunch place. That's going to be interesting. I suppose, and up ahead there's something called Salon Lost. So I suppose if there's a French restaurant, a French brunch place, and something called Salon Lost, this must be an expensive neighborhood. All closed down. Motor company turned into something else. Over here we have a Mexican place with a patio, the big gay flag, La Fiesta, and then we have a Japanese place. Yeah, and then we have Lost. So, and then we have this really old stone building with window units covered in ivy and with really elaborate fire escapes. That's Victorian Village over there. Anyway, we're supposed to be hitting a neighborhood called Worthington. Lots of runners out. I should be joining them. I'm going to go swimming. It's good. Maybe I'll run tomorrow. I like this building. There's a smaller version of this that's not stone covered on Capitol Hill on East Capitol Street with the internal courtyard. That actually looks to me like it should be in Queens or some New York borough. Melt Bar and Grill. I need my French brunch place to be showing up soon. I need it to be open because I'm the keys to the next room. This is everywhere. Whatever they sell, furniture. There's one of these in Bethesda or DC. High Street Tattoo. I would say that we've reached the less upscale end of High Street after having passed by the Japanese and French restaurants and the lofts and the art galleries. Or perhaps it's a very high-class tattoo place, although it seems to be kind of closed down. Anyway, I think it's time to start this tape over with a second batch.